Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of DC with a discussion about Blue Beetle.
It's interesting how this movie was made before James Gunn's big reboot is set to kick in. Some might question whether it's a smart move to release a film now, given that a reboot is on the horizon. But it's good to see DC learning from their past mistakes.
It's respectable to see them taking a different approach. Anyway, Blue Beetle introduces a character that I don't know much about, except from seeing him in Injustice 2.
Yeah, Blue Beetle follows the story of a guy who gets fused with a robotic death scarab from outer space. And I have to say, Xolo Maridueña, who plays the lead role, really brings that Cobra Kai energy to the film.
He's a likable actor, and his presence makes the character relatable. I know it's odd to call him a kid when he's in his 20s, but he has that essence that works well for a film revolving around family dynamics.
The family aspect is a major theme here, and that's where the heart and soul of the film truly lies. Though there were moments when the tone felt a bit inconsistent, shifting from a more hardcore version to something aimed at kids.
And don't forget the transformation scene. It's intense, and the trailer definitely got us hyped for that. But then again, the movie balances that intensity with lighthearted moments, which can sometimes be a common complaint for comic book films.
Finding that balance can be tricky. The film also introduces some intriguing characters like the grandma who kicks ass with a Gatling gun, and George Lopez's performance adds that seasoned comedian touch.
Seasoned comedians have a knack for delivering humor without it overstaying its welcome. Now, let's talk about the villains. Susan Sarandon plays the passive-aggressive racist CEO Karen Batty, which is quite the character name.
Yeah, that's quite a name indeed. And then there's the cyberpunk 2077-ish character who initially caught our attention, but seemed to lose some of that intrigue once the big action scenes started.
Sometimes the visuals can overshadow character development. And speaking of visuals, I couldn't help but notice the mask problem in the film. Whenever the characters put on masks, things got a bit generic.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. It's a common issue in superhero movies. Now, what about that family dynamic? They have some conflicting values. Blue Beetle against killing while his family doesn't seem to mind it.
That felt like an inconsistency. The film tries to make a point about killing being bad, but his family takes a different approach. Anyway, Xolo Maridueña did a great job, bringing that Cobra Kai likability to the role.
Agreed. He carries that charm into the comic book movie realm. However, I couldn't help but feel that I've seen some of these elements in other movies before. The film seems to draw inspiration from other comic book movies.
It's like a blend of familiar elements. In a genre with so many films, it's easier to notice when a movie is borrowing from others. And while Blue Beetle has its strengths, it might have stood out more in a different era.
So, what did you think about Blue Beetle? Did it manage to capture your attention amidst all the superhero films out there? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed our discussion, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful conversations like this one. Also, click right here to explore more exciting content on the channel.
Thanks for joining us today, and remember, every hero's journey is worth exploring. Stay tuned for more and keep that excitement alive.